Good evening, folks. I'm Mark Franken from Marked in Time, and welcome to another episode of Treasures Found in a Bag of Broken Watches. So last week, we came across this Emporio Armani, and if you recall, it was the one with the ugly band. It was the rubberized metal band, and I thought that would have been the treasure found, and I believe I made a good choice. I really love this watch. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So this is it. Now the band is wrong. It's a little bit too small for the case or for the lugs, but I just want to try it out. I don't mind actually the black mesh. I want to go for something a little bit more hardier. So I'm just kind of like perusing different watch straps and seeing what I can do to buy a band that would match this perfectly. But I actually really love the watch. My camera on my phone here is really picking up all the little dings and scratches in the crystal. But all in all, to see it firsthand, not through the lens of a camera, it actually, you barely even see the little scratches. I'm going to bring this up a little closer here. Really enjoy this watch. It fits my wrists really well. I like it. I don't know. I might keep it in my collection for a little while. I think once I get another band on it, I'm going to try that out. I may put it on the market. I'm not sure. Originally, these are actually not as affordable as I thought they were. I'm not talking Rolex level, but definitely 150 bucks worth. That's what I've seen so far. eBay has them on a little cheaper. And actually, a couple of sites I saw it a little bit more expensive than that, but those are virtually brand new. This has been loved a lot, so it's got nicks and dings and scratches in it, and I can't really put it on a buffing wheel too hard, or else the electroplating would come right off. But this was the treasure from last week. I love it. I've really been enjoying wearing it. Didn't need any real work to it other than a bit of a cleaning. I threw the band away. I wasn't even going to attempt to try to clean that up. That was disgusting. And like I said, I've been wearing it with this little band. The band is not really the right one for this watch. I'm just, like I said, just a couple minutes ago, I'm just trying to see what's out there that would match this a lot better. Another thing that kind of came across my desk is this. This is kind of an interesting story. I have a good friend of mine, James. He was looking for a G-Shock years and years and years ago, and he walked into a store and he found one sitting in the garbage, as he calls it, a bin. He's from England, and he inquired the shop owner about it, and the shop owner said you could have it. And he said it was broken. You can have it. He didn't care. So he ended up sending it to Casio to see if he can get it repaired. And to his surprise, Casio just sent him a brand new G-Shock. And this is it. He wanted a new battery in it, and he wanted to get it reset, so all the hands were back at zero. And because when it died, the battery, everything was all over the place, of course. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I'm right into G-Shocks. I like them. And he gave it to me. He said, you can have it. And I was like, are you sure? And he said, yeah. He says, I never paid a dime for it. He says, I've had it for many years. And now you can have it. So this is my latest little acquisition for as far as G-Shocks go. Absolutely really enjoy this watch. Took a while. Man, the instruction on this thing is confusing. Like to set the time, if you notice, there's no crown. It's just a screw to hold the outer case to the inner case. And so everything has to go through the buttons. And boy, did that ever take some trying to figure that out. But really, really cool watch. I'm really happy about that. And I dedicate this episode to James, who gave this to me. I really appreciate that. Tonight, I'm actually wearing a watch that I found in a bag of broken watches. This is the Esquire. I believe it's in one of the episodes that this came out of. I may have actually have showed this to you already. I'm not 100% sure, but this has been getting a lot of wrist time. I, for some reason, really like this watch. I don't know why. It's been getting a lot of wrist time. It's got the little digital display on the top. It has an alarm. Been really kind of enjoying it. I was planning on just putting it on the market right away. But yeah, like I said, it's been on my wrist more than often than not. So tonight we got a bag of watches again, of course. Move my card out of the way. And if you stay to the end of the episode, I will be giving a watch away, not out of this bag, but one that I refurbished. And so here we go, $6.99. There's not bag's a little underflated. I'm really curious to see this one here. So there's not that many in here. So $6.99 was the going price for this one. It's not a bad deal. Let's see what's in here. So I'm just gonna zip that back up again. Oh, I'm gonna put on my gloves first of all. Jeepers, don't want to do that. Regulars of this channel know that you come across some pretty gross looking watches. I don't know what some of the people do with their watches. But so here we go. $6.99. We'll break into this. I'm going to move the bag out of the way so everything stays in focus. And the first one I'm going to take a look at is this Canadian watch. Wow, you can't get more Canadian than that. I tell you. I don't think it's a... Look at that. It's got all the provinces listed on it. That is really 150th anniversary watch. That's in pretty good shape, actually. At first, when I kind of thought it was a Swatch, but it's not. You just screw the back off. Swatch always has their battery as a separate little thing that you pop in. Swatch watches are sealed up. ETA movement in a Swatch watch. I could tell you right away already something's wrong with it. That's not, the crown isn't going in all the way. Oh, jeepers, look at that, guys. That's to keep the battery from dying. That's weird. I wonder. Well, the battery's dead. I guess it can only go for so long, these batteries, like sitting in a watch. Well, 150. That's dead. I'm going to have to change the battery. Hope it's not leaking in there. Although I tell you, I don't think that's going to be a high quality movement in this. Interesting. It's a conversation piece if I've ever seen one. We got a whole bunch of them coming at the same time. Oh, one of these. Boy, if I had a dime for every time I came across one of these watches. Holy shoot. Yeah, that's not good. Actually, this is the first time I've seen one where the band is in one piece. Usually this inner piece is popped right out of it. But, yeah, as my friend would say, that's going into the bin. Wow! That is one cold-looking watch. Look at that. That is, let's see what it says here, stainless steel back. So the rest of it is electroplated, I guess. Wow, that is a blue dial if I've ever seen one. Man, it's got kind of a nice starburst thing to it, but Japanese movement. Wonder what's inside of it. It says Japanese movement. Wonder if it's a Miyota or... There we go. Oh, that's a hard case back to get off. Holy crap. That is not... That is a Miyota movement. I'm surprised. I figured sometimes they say Japanese movement, but it's like one of the... that is not a bad movement. That is not a bad movement. Holy Moses. I have to admit, I'm a little shocked at that. I am a little shocked at that. That back in, I'll pop that case on. I'm sure that's going to be a tough case to pop back on. I don't know who would... Oh, actually, I take that back. That was an easy case to pop back on. Interesting. It's actually not in bad shape either. Maybe I can buff that up a little bit. Oh, I'd get something for that at the flea market, I think. Move the little gasket out of the way here. Okay, what do we got here? Phasar. Phasar. Is that a wind-up? Oh my god, that's a wind-up. Holy moly. It works too. That is really interesting. plastic gears in it. I honestly, folks, I didn't know Phasar made watches with actual regular wind-up movements. Slow heart rate on it, though. Look how slow that thing is running. That is real. I didn't know Phasar had watches that had manual watches. Pretty decent band, too, I think. I mean, dirty, but stainless steel back. Case is terrible, but that is so weird. Phasar. That is so weird. I didn't know Phasar made watches that were manual. No hacking in it, which means that the second hand doesn't stop when you open it up. I wonder how old this is. Look at that. You can see it all working on the inside. That is really interesting. I like the plastic gears. That's interesting. Plastic gears. That is an interesting piece. I wonder how that'd polish up. Okay. I like that. That's really unique. What do we have here? Timex. Well, there we go. I've always liked Timex. A bit of a soft spot for Timex. Battery cell. Philippines movement. It's kind of a neat looking watch, actually. Pretty hacked up. I just aged. I like that though. I like the I like kind of like the matte finish dial with the gold. It's an attractive looking watch, actually. I think in its day that would have been a beautiful looking watch. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this thing. Holy, this conjures up images of Vikings or something. Okay, well, the artwork, not the watch itself, but that is incredible. It's that La Mode Singapore movement. La Mode. That is unreal. That's a piece of fashion jewelry if I've ever seen one. I bet that's all copper too. I bet if you were to put that on a polishing wheel, that would just completely buff right out. Just right down to the copper. Interesting piece though. I don't know what taste anybody would have for something like that. And what do we have here? Swiss time. Wow, that's really... Hey, I like him. Cocdoba.com, www.Comoda. Swiss parts movement. So it was assembled in probably China or Singapore or China. And wow, look at that. The case is just corroding. I kind of like the dial though. The dial's not too bad. Although, if you look at the design of this watch, I mean, is it a dress watch? Is it a sport watch? Like, what are we doing here? Like, you have the regular, 12, 3, 6, 9, and then you have these minutes up above. I don't know. It's kind of a strange, like they're not sure what they were doing when they designed this. Do we go for a sport watch? Do we go for Swiss time? Well, the band is actually really nice. Genuine leather band. I'd probably condition the band over. Definitely keep the band. I wish that they put more money into the case and better design instead of less money into the band, but that is a really nice band. I'm actually more impressed with the band than I am with the watch. That's a band done right. Like, you can tell there's no cracking or anything because that's actually good quality. I like that. The band. The watch is terrible. I like the band. Okay, put that off to the side. And oh boy, look how they all come wrapped around each other. Uh, Indiglo. That's falling apart. It's a nice band too. No, it's worn out. I don't know how you're supposed to. I've heard of that before. Indiglo, I guess, is a Timex. It's not Timex, but the movement is from a Timex. Casio. Oh my gosh, an illuminator. Oh, wow. It's working too, actually. Where's the mode button on this? Mode. Look at that. It even works. Boy, that's a throwback to the past. Casio even has the original band on it. Look at that. Even says Casio right on the clasp there. Plastic. Casio. F105. Look at that, guys. Water resistant. Boy, that is old school. That is old school. This has been loved too. Look at all the scratches in it. Boy, somebody had a good time with this watch over the years. That's pretty impressive though, eh? Like, I mean, this thing has probably had a beating. You know. And they still make these too, I believe. I think they still make these ones. I wonder if I could take the insides out and put it in one of those modern cases, those steel cases. F105, the 3298. Made in Thailand, water resistant. That's a keeper for sure. That's old school. I like that. Forgot this one here. I'm going to check this one out next. Oh, it's an old Timex. Wow, that is really old. I can tell you right now, I know my Timexes, and that is really old. Look at that Timex M cell. I loved how they had the battery was so big, they actually in the case back had to make some extra space for it to be able to fit in. Boy, that is old. That is old, old, old. Jeez. That's a good band too, right? It just needs to be, it needs to be reconditioned, like just some life put back into it, but that's a good band as well. That's a really nice band. I don't think that's the original. That couldn't be the original band. Although, you know what? It feels as old as the watch does. Who knows? No, that's not an original band. I think the band is actually slightly too big for the case. It fits, but I think that it's more of a hardier band that the case requires. I like the little detailing on the crown here with the little black ball. That's cool. I wonder what I can do with this. Definitely going to keep the movement out of it, keep the dial. I love Timex. I'll do something with this watch. I can't let this go. I'll do something with this watch. I'm going to put that off to the side. Oh yeah, this one here was wrapped up with... oh gee, that's terrible. That is just terrible. I've never even heard of them before, Japanese movement. That is terrible. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Timex. Wow, I've never seen... Oh, look at they got the same type of crown on this one as well. That's weird. Is that real? Look at this. This even has a... What an interesting strap. That almost is like a belt. Those, is that a horseshoe on the belt? That is a horseshoe on the clasp. I wonder if this Timex has any kind of an meaning behind it. Timex BA cell. Philippines. That's a real Timex. I really like this band. It actually does go with the watch. I'm gonna do something with this. Quartz. I'm definitely going to do something with this. I like that. That is really interesting. I like the simplicity of the dial. I don't know about the stars, but I do like the simplicity of the dial, but just with this nice little embossing in it. Looks really cool and that nice. I was going to say cool, but it doesn't look cool, but it does look really nice. I'm definitely going to do something with this as well. I'm always happy when I come across some Timexes. There's something about Timex. Carriage. Oh, yeah, okay. Carriage. It's another nice band. Just get some good oils and get these bands oiled up. These are some coming across some really nice bands tonight. That's a really attractive band. Matches the watch actually perfectly. It's too bad the watch is in poor repair, but although I like the dial, like I know it's hard to see because this case is terrible, but I like that dial. It's a nice simple dial. The green with the orange looks really cool. Case is shot though. I really want to get into electroplating. It's the one thing well, there's a lot of things I don't do, but electroplating is something I really would like to get back into because I wouldn't mind blasting this down and then applying like some nickel or something to it. That's something I've never gotten into, but I would like to. I really like the dial on this. That's a lovely green. I'm definitely going to keep the movement and dial out of that. And the band. Great on bands tonight, guys. The bands are fantastic on these. I've never heard of that before. P-Tix. That's weird. Japanese movement. It's just costume jewelry, I guess. Yeah, that's cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap. Put that off to the side. My mask going all over the place. Oh, no, not one of these. Oh, God. These rope things. Say chick. Wow, that's terrible. That is just absolutely terrible. You know, I have some friends that are kind of in the art world. They do things. I'm going to give these to them. They would know what to do with stuff like this. Like they can turn these little pieces of metal into something really neat. So I'm going to recycle that and give it to them. They would know what to do with that. Because that looks kind of cool. It's pretty sad that I'm not even looking at the watch. I'm more interested in the pieces on the band. But like I said, I have some friends that are into artwork. They would do something with these. Those would look good as earrings for somebody. Not me. I don't wear earrings. But anyways, enough of that one. Here we got a little one here. Oh, another Timex. Same type font as the other one. That's a quartz too. Yep. 377 battery. Oh, it takes a normal battery. I always find funny with Timex is they always take strange batteries. You know, I tell you, if this is an original band, Timex really used to make some really good bands, eh? I'll move that out of the way. I think this is my... losing the focus on this. Yeah, that's old. That can go away. I think we're down to the last one. That's it. The bag's empty. This is the last watch. And let's see what we have here. Hyundai. Okay, well, that's not the watch, but wow, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Just the metal on this is just the whole watch. Wow. Guys, you got to see this in person. This is just... I don't even know what that is. What kind of metal is that to do that? That is, I mean, they're cheap. This is terrible. Well, that was the last one. Like I said, the bag is empty. That's it. So, I said last week that I'd be giving away a watch per episode, and to hold true to that, I am going to do that right now. And what I have, this came out of a bag of watches a while back, and it's completely serviced. And this is a Michael Kors. I don't know what the value is on this, but this is actually a really nice watch. It's... I don't know. I can't see. I think it's more of a lady's watch, although the size of it is not too small. But I will zoom in on it. This is, like I said, I love the dial on this. It's got some really nice embossing on the dial. It's got applied indices. It's got a nice clean crystal on it. The case is pretty nice. The band is nice. It's not fading at all. Really gold, like really shiny gold. But again, as I mentioned before, if you email me, I will send this out to you. And so let me find my card here. So yeah, right here, that's my email address, right? martintime69@gmail.com. Email me. And if you want this watch, like I said, just send me an email and I'll mail it out to you. And there you go. So tonight's, let's see, what's the treasures? Okay, well, that would be a third, I think, number 3. Something about a Casio. I think that's pretty impressive. This is a hard one tonight. I was more impressed with the bands. This one here, let's let me get this one out of the way. Still running, so there you go. It's a slow heartbeat on this watch. That is something I'm interested in taking a look at. I think that is a really interesting phasar. And wow, it's tough tonight, guys. I don't know. That is a really tough one tonight. I got a vintage Timex. Cheapers, I don't know. I got the Casio Illuminator. I got that one. The only other one I can think of is this one here, the vintage Timex. But this one's pretty hacked up, and this one, well, that's just weird. Like, it's nice. I don't know. Not much. I like the Casio, but would that be considered a treasure? If you're a huge Casio buff, and I do like Casio, especially the G-Shocks, that's got a lot of heritage. That's a really old watch, still running. I think that's pretty fascinating. Man, I don't know. I think the treasure tonight, this is a tough one because they were all pretty bad. But I think I'm going to go with the phasar. I'm going to go with the phasar. I'm going to replace the crystal on it. I might replace the band. I'm going to buff up the case, see what I can do with this thing. This is pretty crazy, man. I tell you, there was not much in the bag of watches tonight. But the fact that this is a phasar with a mechanical movement and it's running, although it seems like it's running better. It seems to be getting better as it keeps ticking along. I think this is going to be the treasure tonight, guys. Definitely a close second would be the close second, although I love Timex. Those Timexes were pretty beaten. The close second would definitely have to be the Casio Illuminator, which is running as well. I mean, I tell you, it's taking away from the name of a bag of broken watches. These are 2 watches that are technically not broken. Well loved, true. Broken, no. But I don't know. I think this is the one will be the treasure tonight. I'm going to see what I can do with this, and I will present this watch at the next video. Anyways, once again, as always, if you like this video, if you like what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. I love seeing that the numbers go up. It also encourages me to keep going. I really enjoy doing this. And so yeah, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment, good or bad. I'm always interested. I always try to improve the channel, so leave a comment. And in the comments, show me watches that you have. Tell me a little bit of the stories. I love reading them. I read all the comments. And like I said, I always answer. I don't think there's ever a comment that doesn't get replied by me. So feel free to comment. Again, if you want if you're interested in the Michael Kors, Christmas is coming up. The cost of everything, you can't beat the price. I will give this away to you. So email me. Again, I'll show you my, oh crap, I don't know where my card went to. Oh, well, I had a business card. So it's martintime69@gmail.com. Where the heck did my card go? Oh, there it is. Holy Moses, I got tons of watches. So right here, again, martintime69@gmail.com. If you want this watch, email me with your address. And by the way, I don't keep the emails. This is not a way of me to try to get people's emails. This is just literally, I like to give back to the people that watch my videos. And so that's basically it. Once I send the watch, I don't keep the email. I pretty much toss it. So like I said, email me if you're interested in this, and I'll mail it out to you. Anyways, once again, thank you very much. I was Mark Franken from Marked in Time. Have yourself a good night.